get clients as a freelancer? I'll tell you all about my own experience and what's worked best for me. My name is Michelle, and I usually talk about websites, marketing, and all things design, but I'm continuing to talk about being a marketing and design freelancer. So if you're just getting into the world of freelancing, you might be wondering, how do you get more clients? Or maybe you're a little bit more experienced and you're looking for better clients. I wanted to share what I found to be most beneficial. But before I forget, if you like any of these tips, be sure to give the video a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of these types of videos. So we're going to start at the beginning. I want to kind of categorize this by the stage of freelancing that you might be in. So when I first started getting approached with opportunities to do side design jobs, freelancing really wasn't even on my radar. All I was focusing on was my full-time job and honestly just trying to be the best that I could be in that role. I really enjoyed helping people out, and I actually was doing something that in hindsight had the absolute biggest impact on getting clients in the future. I was finding ways to stand out at work. So when you're at a company, if you go above and beyond for a particular project that might be like getting something done on a tight deadline or producing quality results, find a way to stand out. Make yourself known. You want people saying, holy shit, this girl is crushing it. Nobody is ever going to say, I appreciate her because she does the bare minimum. Leaving a lasting and positive impression is crucial. Remember this, you are your own billboard. Every job or role that you are in, every connection that you make could have a lasting impact down the road. A lot of times, if people are seeing that you're doing great work, they might know someone else who needs help with a project. If you're open to freelancing, let other people know. It's important in the early stages to say yes to different types of opportunities and projects that are presented to you, because this is going to help you figure out what you actually enjoy working on. So a quick recap, if you're just starting out, find a way to stand out in your current job, let people know that you are open to freelancing, and say yes to different types of projects. So there was a point when I started seeking out more freelancing jobs because my life had kind of taken a turn. Financially, things weren't great, and any extra cash that I could get my hands on was welcome at that point. Because of the connections that I made through work colleagues, my freelance jobs that I was getting at this point were through referrals. People knew I did good work, and so my name would get passed along to others. In my experience, this is the absolute best way that I've ever gotten clients, through personal referrals. To this day, I still have connections with people I worked with at a job I had 11 years ago that are still sending me referrals. Never underestimate the connections you make. As I alluded to earlier, the more people who know that you are a badass and you do great work means that they're more likely to tell other people they know who are looking for your types of services. I didn't actually have the desire to be self-employed until 2019, but referrals really have been the most crucial thing for me in building a business. I've had a few people reach out through some other channels, but the main way I've gotten clients is referrals. But easier said than done, right? I know that personal referrals are not the only source of clients that freelancers can rely on. You have to do other things as well. So for example, in 2020, I decided to get a certification through another company, and by paying a yearly fee, I would get listed on their database. I'm not going to say the name of the company, but the fee was insanely high. And though I still think it was a valuable experience and I think the company is great, all the clients that I received from that referral channel were pretty awful. That was just my experience. I'm sure that there were other people out there that had much better luck than I did, but it was clear to me that paying for exposure on that company's website was not worth it to me, so I had to find something else. So through 2020 and early 2021, I was still building my business and working with people who had been personally referred to me. I actually started working for myself full-time in April of 2021. I had kept hearing about this networking group and I decided I should probably check it out. So this brings me to my next tip, which is join a networking group. So as you know, there's not a lot of people that start freelancing 100% on their own out of the gate. It's usually a progression, but no matter what stage of freelancing you are in, whether you are freelancing on the side or you've decided to make the leap to do it full time, joining a networking group is a great way to get yourself in front of other peers and even potential clients. So finally, in July of 2021, I decided to check out a group here in Kansas City called the Freelance Exchange. I joined the group, and then a couple days later, they had held their first in-person happy hour event since the pandemic had started. So I decided to go, and I learned that they had volunteer opportunities open, and I decided to take a more active role in the group from the jump. So let's talk about what the Freelance Exchange in Kansas City is. It is Casey's marketing outsource resource. So for a small yearly fee, you get to be listed in the directory on the website so that any individual or company or agency who is looking for creative help can search through the profiles and reach out to the people who they think might be the best fit for them. On top of that, there are a lot of other member benefits. So you can get discounts on programming, and there's lots of social networking opportunities, including coffee meetups and happy hours. Why do I think that a networking group is really important? Meeting other people that do what you do or something similar is really important because those personal connections that you can develop can also lead to freelancing opportunities. A lot of times, if I get approached with a job opportunity and it's not my specialty or I can't work with the timing, I love to have resources that I can refer those potential clients to. And, you might even find yourself collaborating with other freelancers in the group, but the same goes. If other freelancers have clients that they can't necessarily work with, they might send them to me if they can't do the job. As a bonus, if you volunteer for the organization, you also get extra exposure. I'm on the board of directors for the Freelance Exchange, and I'm currently serving as the vice president. Because I am more involved in the organization and have been active in the organization's activities, that has also led to freelancing opportunities from the connections I've built. I have received quality clients and a good amount of income just from having my portfolio listed on the Freelance Exchange website. It has become another valuable piece of the puzzle in building my business. So if you do happen to be in the KC metro area, check out the Freelance Exchange. I'll leave the link in the description. I did a quick calculation of the recent clients that I've had, and 60% were from personal referrals and about 40% were through the Freelance Exchange. It just goes to show how much of an impact being a part of the right networking group can have. Now, there are tons of different groups out there. I know Casey has many, many different groups. I'd recommend ones that do have a local networking component if possible. Meeting people in person and being able to chat with someone face to face leaves a little bit more of a lasting impression than being on a random Zoom call in, let's say, a national organization. The bottom line is this: the more you can put yourself out there and have people see what you can do is another opportunity to grow your freelancing business. I suppose social media could be another way that you can put yourself out there, but if you don't have a lot of followers, I probably wouldn't expect to get a ton of clients that way. Social media can be a little tricky. I definitely don't invest in all of the different platforms. I'm most active on YouTube because I like teaching tutorials and talking about my experiences in freelancing so far. Keep in mind, though, I've been freelancing for about 10 years now, but I've only been on my own full-time for under 2 years at this point. But I want to show other people that it is not impossible to make the jump to becoming self-employed. On the other side of the coin, though, it is definitely not for everyone. It does require a lot of discipline and a really strong mindset. But in my opinion, the benefits outweigh any of the risks for me. So if this has sparked any questions, let me know in the comments because I am happy to help however I can. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.